Hey, sixth grade. So we are continuing our learning about sea turtles. Today we're going to work on putting together a compare and contrast short essay. The directions for your assignment say you are going to compare and contrast two sea turtles. You may use your initial sea turtle from the Get to Know You activity or choose a completely new one to research. But then you must choose one from the following list: Hawksbill, Flatback, or Olive Ridley to compare. You will use the table to gather your information. So, if for the first sea turtle activity we did, you chose the green sea turtle to research, you have all of the information, so you just need to fill in the information here. I think you might need to look up nesting and population. I don't think those were on our initial Get to Know You sea turtles. So you would look that information up and add it here. You would put green sea turtles right here in this box. Then you would choose either Hawksbill, Flatback, or Olive Ridley to research to compare to your green sea turtle. You don't do all three of these, you pick one. So whichever one you want to do, you can highlight, or you can just delete the other two and leave it there. And then you'll research that information and put it here. So once you gather all of your information, the next part of your directions say, once you have gathered this information, you will write a short essay, 2 to 3 paragraphs, comparing and contrasting the two sea turtles. The past two assignments for language arts were compare and contrast essays. Use these to help guide you if you have questions, or you can email me for help. So the first article that you guys did, the loggerheads and green sea turtles, this is an example of an alternating compare and contrast essay. So throughout this, it compares and contrasts the green sea turtles with the loggerhead turtles in an alternating form. So right here it says green sea turtles average 500 pounds and can be up to 5 feet long, while loggerheads average only about 250 pounds and are usually about 3 feet long. So throughout this article, it alternates information about the different turtles. If we scroll and look at the second article you guys did, Leatherbacks and Kemp's Ridley turtles, this is more of a clustered compare and contrast. So the leatherback section right here has all information about leatherbacks. And then down here, Kemp's Ridley sea turtle has information about the Kemp's Ridley sea turtle. Either of these options would be acceptable for your compare and contrast. I think if you do the alternating, it might be easier to include more transition words, which is something that I've mentioned for you to include. So I've broken down the paragraphs. I really think that you should plan to write 3 paragraphs. Paragraph 1, should be your introduction. This is where you hook your reader. You tell the reader why you wrote this, and then you preview what you plan to discuss in the next paragraph. Think back to when we were working on argument writing. When we wanted to hook the reader, we could use an interesting fact. You could tell a short story. You could have a question. There are lots of different ways to start your essay or to hook your reader. And then why are you writing this? Think about what information you're going to be sharing. What are readers going to gain from this essay? Paragraph 2, this is where you would compare and contrast your sea turtles. I wrote here, don't forget your transitions. Lots of transition words. If you don't remember them, Google. If you Google transition words, you'll get a bunch of transitions. You can even narrow your transition words if you type in compare and contrast transition words. I think it would also be neat if you, similar to the articles, if you had headers about your information bolded. I know it's only 2 to 3 paragraphs, but just try different things. This is an opportunity where you can really be creative in your writing, as well as focusing on what you need to do. Paragraph 3, this is your conclusion. This is where you remind the reader what you wrote about, why you wrote it, and then you want to leave them with something to think about. Paragraph 1 and paragraph 3 have similar information, but I noted it right here. Do not write word for word what you wrote in paragraph 1. It's similar information, but it's not copied and pasted. It's put into different words. This is where synonyms and antonyms come into play. Use a thesaurus if you're not sure what other words you could use. I also mentioned here, remember your argument writing, reviewing your ideas, not writing word for word. I do look forward to reading your compare and contrast papers. This is something we didn't get to in language arts, and we would have, so I look forward to reading them. I don't have them listed right now, but I will put all of those websites from the Get to Know You activity on this document so you have easy resources to use. Remember, don't copy word for word. That's plagiarizing. You want to come up with you want to work on paraphrasing, putting the information into your own words. As always, if you have questions, you may email me, or Ms. Frommel, Mrs. Dooley, and myself will be on at 1 o'clock today to help you with any questions you might have. Have a great day.